are going to be chatting with David Harvey in just a second, but there's some exciting video that we shot at a huge thing that happened here in Centro Ybor.
Harvey's going to be coming up soon here, Mr. Harvey. But let's just show a little something right here. Let's roll it there, guys.
Yes. Here we go.
Thank you all for joining us to welcome our new tenant number 2 and new tenant number 3.
I think it's going to be a great year for Tampa, and this is certainly a great way to start off the new year.
120 years ago, this location was literally a swamp. Today, that town, Ybor City, is morphing into a regional cultural hub that all Tampa Bay residents will learn to appreciate.
That future is very, very bright. Congratulations to all.
While this we're rolling the end of the event, welcome David Harvey. He's a senior vice president for M J Wilkow, based out of Chicago, but he's here running Centro Ybor. Welcome to the show.
Busy man.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Rob.
We've never had you on the show before. Why is that?
You know, I'm not sure. I only come down here once a month, and it's never hooked up at the exact same time.
Nor is it more than for 15 minutes. You come in, you whirlwind through this property and this wonderful thing you're doing at Centro Ybor. You deserve an enormous congratulations, and for today, a big day today, cutting 2 ribbons for 2 more wonderful tenants that are joining Centro Ybor.
Thank you very much. Yes.
So how is this for you? I mean, Centro Ybor, you came in, you guys took it over, you revitalized it. You and the mayor are just like this now.
You and the mayor are like buddies.
Well, what made you guys focused in on Centro Ybor? And thank you for doing that, because now we're here.
Right. Well, actually, we bought Centro Ybor a little over a year ago, and it was after we'd worked on it for really more than half a year. It has been a very distressed property. It was built back in 2000, and for about 6 months, it was almost 100% full. But within really its first year of operation, it lost immediately 20% of its occupancy, and in order to preserve the balance of the occupancy, another almost 70% of the tenancy had to be restructured. So it was a very ailing asset.
What a difficult year.
But that was, and then finally, the people that were involved in it, over the period of time from 2001 until really last year when I bought it, the primary developers that had been involved in it had actually bought their way out of it because they saw there was no hope.
Right.
So then finally it got sold at really a heavily discounted basis, and that's when I bought it.
Thank goodness that you guys came in.
My checkbook.
But there's a stigma on Centro Ybor that it's just restaurants and shops, but you've got Tampa Digital Studios, now you have graphics. How is the mix changing here in Centro Ybor now?
Well,
and the
fact,
shops?
We would have liked to have been able to retain it as purely a retail, restaurant, and entertainment center, but frankly, there is not enough demand yet in Ybor for this to be 100% that type of use. And so we felt that the best way to turn it around was to try to convert parts of it to other uses that would stimulate demand for the remaining retail.
Create demand.
And that was really the big thing that the city helped us with. Is this was originally entitled only to be retail, and the whole piece of work that took place for well over a year was getting a change in the development agreement that controlled this, so we could convert it either to residential, hotel, or office. And as it's worked out, we found that the most significant demand that's come to us soon, quickly, and a year is not that quickly,
right,
but has been office. So that's the direction that we're trying to pursue, and it's turned out to be kind of interesting because, as you will see with the first tenant that's taking space in the upstairs level, the ceilings up there are 30 to 40 feet high. So we can take the space back from the movie theater and create spectacular loft-style space. And in fact, the first one that we're doing with the new tenant graphics design will be that, a 2-level space. Spectacular with huge windows, overlooking 8th Avenue.
That's incredible.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I think that's great. I don't want to jinx it, but there's new stuff coming to Centro Ybor, and CentroYbor.com is the hub where they can get all the information and directories for what's down here. and you'll let us know when something new happens.
Yeah.
Well, and the good news is each time that we do something like we did today, it calls more attention to what we are doing here, because I think a lot of people don't pay attention to Ybor City and Centro Ybor
Yet
anymore.
alone, Centro Ybor.
And just as your announcement, whatever it was 6 months ago, caused graphics design to come to us and talk to us, and we got that deal basically because of the publicity that came out of your deal. Hopefully the same thing will happen now.
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
I think so. As it moves in, it becomes a creative industries. Maybe maybe it's got a position in some kind of angle in the community.
It's definitely, and of course, Tampa Digital Studios was a critical part of this decision, because you guys are such a high-profile, really artistic, creative firm. And there's so many. There's so many other firms that would like to be near you, that we're hoping that when we are finally ready to take back the significant portion of the eastern part of the movie theater, that we'll have a lot of interest from other creative firms that do business with you.
Well, and you will be able to hear it first from David Harvey on Media Talk once you guys get those plans. Thank you very much for coming on, and congratulations on your successes here.